Peter, Tiki and Tierney, how are you, sir? What's happening?
I'm good. Yeah, we're in a weather delay here, and it's too bad we don't have any rain right now, but we've got lightning in the area, so they've blown the horn and play is suspended right now, which is too bad. Golf course is in great shape. I hate to see any tournament get delayed, but hey, everybody is now crowded into the Lexus Performance Drive Pavilion where I'm seated right now, and everybody's on the putting simulator and the driving simulator. So with the suspension of golf, it gets everybody in to kind of enjoy the extracurricular activities here.
And for the fans, that includes going back to the Bloody Mary stand. I'm curious, Peter, what was your, and maybe for the broadcasters, who knows if you can hide it well. What was your number going into? Mine was -2, pardon me. And a lot of people said I was a little bit too optimistic with that, but I thought we'd get some birdies early today, and we have. What was your number for the winner on Sunday going in?
Well, I played in a couple Opens here before, and I know how difficult this golf course is, and maybe because as I've gotten older, I've got more respect for the course. I've played Oakmont quite a bit. I know where all the problems are. Put it that way.
Okay.
My number was between 4 and 8 over par.
Wow.
I just think it's that good a golf course, but it's a fair test. Put it this way, it's really kind of a mixed bag, because if you get some bad weather like we had last night, we had a bunch of rain last night, we're going to have some rain this afternoon, that could really change everything up. If the greens get really soft and the guys can start throwing darts, I would agree with you. It'll be closer to par, maybe under par, but early in the week the course was firm and fast, so that's why I went with the over par prediction. And again, with weather, with a wet golf course, it'll be closer to par.
Interesting number there. Peter certainly knows more than I do. Peter Jacobson, as part of the Golf Channel, 20-plus professional wins, talking about the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Weather delay, by the way.
Yeah, Peter, BT was joking about Andrew Landry's mindset. Let me get right back out there. Obviously, you want to be safe, but give us an idea of what a golfer is going through, like Andrew Landry. Nobody expecting him to be atop the leaderboard, but he is, and you get cut off. What's your mindset like now and then going back out there?
Well, I think for a first-time player or a rookie or somebody that's not used to playing at this level, it's going to be difficult. A start and stop is no good for a player without much experience. I think weather delays only help the players with major championship experience, like a McIlroy, a Phil Mickelson, a Jim Furyk, a Matt Kuchar, because we do that week in and week out on the PGA Tour. But when you're a first-time qualifier and you get up and you get off to a good start and you're on top of the leaderboard, man, you want to just keep moving forward and you want to run right to the finish line. So an interruption like this is no good. Most important thing that you have to do is go back, go to the locker room, dry off, get your mind out of the competition, go away, maybe watch some TV, play some cards, and then reestablish your focus when you get back to the golf course. But a start and stop isn't really good for anybody. You just have to keep it in perspective.
Peter, we all saw Jordan Spieth making a mess of, I believe it was 12 at Augusta, and the wheels just came flying off here. I know it's an early assessment of his round so far, and he's played a lot of golf since Augusta, but this is the first major since that downswing. What have you seen so far? How's he looking?
Well, he's looking good. And Tiki, you know that from all the years you played, is the most important thing is when you get knocked down, you got to get back up. The players that get knocked down, that can't get up, they're the ones that are out of the league or they're off the PGA Tour. I could go back in my 40 years out here, and everybody from Nicholas Palmer and Player all the way to Tiger and now Jordan Spieth, everybody has their scar tissue. Everybody has wounds. And people talk about Jordan's never going to get over this defeat at Augusta. I disagree. He'll remember it his whole life, but he's going to rebound and get over it. That's what makes a championship player, and that's what makes a champion. So he's already won. He won at Colonial a couple of weeks ago. Yep. He'll never forget it, but he'll get past it.
Obviously, the challenge, Peter, though, as you were talking about when you're giving your number for this tournament, is the course itself. What makes it so hard? I mean, obviously the rough is difficult. The greens get really firm, but it's been wet, so I think that's maybe why we're seeing some low scores right now. You've played it a lot, as you said. What makes it so difficult?
Well, every hole slightly turns from left to right or right to left, the par fours and par fives I'm talking about. So you really got to be a creative driver. You've got to be able to hit a slight fade or a slight draw off the tee to be able to put the ball in the fairway. Number one, that's the most important thing. Number two, when you're in the fairway and you're playing your approach to the green, a lot of the greens slope from the front to the back. Most traditional greens slope from the back to the front, so it's going to accept a shot from the fairway. Here at Oakmont, you can hit a really good shot to the green. It's going to land on the green and run off the back. So you've got to be very careful. You need to be a real high ball hitter with your second shots coming in. That's why I really like a player like Jason Day and Rory McIlroy who can hit the ball miles in the air. But then when you get to the green, boy, you've got so many slopes and undulations on the green that even having a 5-footer, you could have 2 or 3 feet of break on a simple, what you would think to be a short putt for par, birdie, or bogey. So you're challenged at every turn on this golf course. But it's fair, and it's fun. And that's really the most determining factor to me with a golf course is it difficult? Yes, but is it fair? And I would say Oakmont's as fair as they come.
That's a good description. Talking to Peter Jacobson from the Golf Channel with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. Peter, you mentioned you've had the pleasure of playing Oakmont a bunch, and I don't know what the par 5 that is playing 632 today was back in your day. Give us the number and then tell us, and obviously you guys didn't have the benefit of the balls and the equipment that the kids have now, or the players have now. I mean, if it was 630 back then, what were you going, driver, 3-wood, and a 4-iron? What did you use? Back
in my day when we were using a persimmon wood, that's why they call them woods, because they were actually wood.
Yeah, not titanium.
A 632 would be a good drive would have been 250 yards. And then a 3 would have been probably another 240, maybe 250. So it would be a wedge. I got to tell you right now, I hate to cut you off, but it is raining
so good
right now. It's coming down pretty good. Everybody is crowding in here to the Lexus Performance Drive Pavilion. So it's kind of wet and sloppy right now, but I hate to see that at a U.S. Open. But it's going to be a great week. I'm looking forward to it.
Peter, great insight. Go get dry or stay dry and hang out. Really good stuff. Appreciate it, Peter.
Thanks, gentlemen. Have a great one.